we're all investing in the same equities. We all have access to the same mutual funds. We all have access to basically the same research tools, right? So from that perspective, it's very difficult to differentiate yourself as a wealth manager. I think what does differentiate us is our team, our structure, and our focus on the client and the desire to create those personal relationships with the client so that we can tailor our strategies to meet their individual objectives. Again, they're not just a number. They're not just putting money into a pooled investment vehicle that's getting managed for everybody that has their similar profile. We really do try to tailor everything for each individual client, and we're able to do that by building those personal relationships over time. Hi, I'm Stephen Greiner, CEO of the Persium Group. So I've been with Persium and predecessors since I started my career right out of school. So joined Patrick and his father in 2002 and have held almost every role in the company. Yeah, many of our clients are business owners, right? We carved out a niche early on in the history of the company and working with founder and family-owned businesses as they seek to make that transition from owner to investor. And I think that, my partners and I owning our own businesses, going through a budgeting process every fourth quarter, going through health insurance renewals with our director of operations, dealing with attorneys on our own legal documents. I think everything that we have to go through as business owners ourselves and not just employees of a wealth management firm, I think it helps us relate to our clients that are business owners because we really do have the same challenges that they do. We've gone through a lot of the same fires they've gone through. Our investment philosophy is one of kind of long-term planning. We're strategic asset allocators. We're not going to try to time the market. We're not going to chase the most recent trends. We're not going to have a knee-jerk reaction to what's going on in the headlines because we have to keep a focus on we're managing money and planning for clients' financial success 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years into the future. And yeah, what happens today in the market may be concerning. It may be attention grabbing. But our job is to take a step back and say, what it really is going to be the impact of this 10, 20, 30 years from now, and begin to position portfolios around it that gives us the confidence and gives our clients the confidence that when something bad does happen, that we've kind of anticipated that and we're positioned for it. Number one core value we have is that family comes first. We share that with all of our teammates from day one. If your spouse has a medical issue, if a child has a medical issue, if a child has a sporting event, if you have the opportunity to coach your children in athletics, we expect that to be part of your life. And we spend more time in these walls during the week than we spend with our families a lot of time, right? And that's not healthy. And so I think one of the benefits of the company as we've built it is that it provides a lot of flexibility for our teammates. And so we expect them to take advantage of that. And so one of our core tenets from the very beginning has always been family comes first. And I think that attracts a certain person to us. And I think one of the things that sets us apart is our team. I think culture is the most important thing a company can do. I think it was Peter Drucker who's attributed with saying culture eats strategy for lunch. And then I picked up another saying, culture is the one thing that happens in a company whether you pay attention to it or not. Every company is going to develop a culture and you have to be intentional in developing the culture that you desire to have. And so that's one thing that we really, really focus on. And it really starts with family comes first, right? That's a core tenet of our culture. The other tenet of our culture is that we're a team, right? Teams need to socialize. Teams need to be together. But it's in the office on Friday. We're going to bring in lunch and everybody can eat together and socialize. We had a company picnic a couple of weeks ago. So we seek to create opportunities for the team to get together to build that camaraderie around each other. So we're not just individuals that just happen to work for the same company in the same office. We're a team that are working together for a common goal, which is our client's success. The legacy that I want Persium to have is really twofold, and it goes back to our clients and our employees. I want clients to look back on their retirement years and value the relationship that they had with us. And, we don't make anything possible, right? I had this conversation with a client yesterday and they were giving me probably more credit than I deserved. I had to point out, no, they're the ones that saved all the money, right? All we've done is help shepherd it and guide them. But to me and our team, there's no higher compliment than that, than a client saying, hey, I'm enjoying my retirement. I've enjoyed my retirement. And it's in no small part due to the relationship with Persium. And for our employees, we have, I think one thing that does set us apart is our employee tenure tends to be pretty long. We have multiple employees who have been here 10 plus years. And, I like that. It's easier to keep people than it is to hire them. But I would love to have, many people look back and retire from this company and think fondly on the time and the career that they had here.